welcome to another Horrorfile match. This time it is myself playing as the hunters, as you all have seen by me placing the hunters. And I am up against Terminus once more. Yeah, Scott's Sword will be on eventually, but he's currently watching the Geo and Mr. Green finish up. So his partner Roscoe will be watching us for the time being. Yeah, I'm not the best of hunters. Fortunately, I won my Dracula game, but if it as things stand, if Terminus does not win, then I will eliminate him from the tournament, and that will be that. I will be through to the semifinals. So hopefully that is what will happen. Hopefully for me, at least. Let's get started. Knife and behind the veil. Let's see your starting hand, my friend. Okay. Bats, a vampire, bodyguard, mob, and wolves. Alright, let's use that as a free stake. Bye bye, Reckless. A horse. Indeed. Tickets. Trade. Tickets. So I have a good idea of what he will be putting down first. Unless he got another vampire, he will not be able to start with one. It's nice when one can use behind the veil as a free stake. It's definitely the next best thing to a fog. Wax cylinders. Alright. Rifle. Okay. Dogs and sense of emergency. Garlic wreath and evil presence. Not adjacent to anyone right now. Okay. Okay, there's the first white one. Okay, everyone has something reasonable to discard. Yeah, so we won't bother training events yet, despite the presence of the wax cylinders. Okay. While it's not a pure white one, it is a good horse economy ticket, so it's good. It'll do. And I have good just movement tickets, so if I have to start it that way, so be it. Okay. Discard the dogs and one of the pistols. Evil presence again. Alright. Steak. Alright. Fine by me. Garlic, that's... since I have a knife, I think I'll keep the dogs over the garlic. Second horse. That's unfortunate. Oh well. It is what it is. Let's try to dig up that last white one. Let's go ahead and trade using event cards to pick up the wax cylinders. Tomorrow night I can trade that to Seward in case he hit on his first spot. No crucifix and no holy bullets. Now those holy bullets may actually see use. Another knife. Gracious, I have quite a lot of good stuff. Oh, renewed vigor. Nice. Okay, a garlic. Charred carrot. Shame that I didn't get Shame that I didn't get a newspaper. Nope. Okay, that's better. Cylinders, and you are definitely a better guardian of renewed vigor. Thank you. Please take command of that. Till further notice. The worst thing that he may have laid down first, so long as he didn't draw anything better, is a bodyguard's card. Scott's orders. Alright. Yeah, so tomorrow night I'll have Seward use a wax cylinders. See if he hit it early. Jonathan Harker. Nice. Okay. That is definitely handy. Dogs. No. Newspaper. Let's get a head start. Cologne. I see. So an Amsterdam start, is it? I shouldn't stop supplying just yet. No real need for wax cylinders, is there? Seward is well equipped to deal with trail, so... I'll send Seward into action now. I'll have Goldaman approach from the east, perhaps? From Cologne? It could actually be at Munich. Let's go ahead and just check that. Train up to Brussels. It was never there. Interesting. Go ahead and try to hunt down that last pesky white one. I mean, that improved things, to be sure, but... Go ahead and trade with Guaming. Make sure that Van Helsing has a firearm. Let's actually have him have the rifle, since I'm going to be having him have double knife. I guess that Van Helsing doesn't need to take it anymore. He can focus on events. Since he has not been to Brussels... Okay, so this was a Hamburg start. Well, in that case it'll have to be Van Helsing to stop it. As he does have sense of emergency to get there. The chances that it's a vampire are highly unlikely. Meanwhile, I can have Seward deal with Cologne. And I'll have Goldaman stay back in supply, try to find that last horse. Wolf one. pistols. You go here. You sense of emergency up there. She lands at the hive. So, come on, where are you? There you are. Excellent. Let's see. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, my ticket economy has worked to perfection. Excellent. We will skip using the stake. Saboteur. Yeah, I didn't want to... We'll reveal that we have a pistol. Probably the last remaining pistol. Yeah, I've discarded 3 of them. You search this. Reveal the rifle. And there we go. Just like that. 2 trail locations cleared. The real question is, where did he go after Cologne? She passes. So the first order of business is for her to meet up with Godalming, perhaps? With someone to help juggle the items around so that she is better equipped. I can't have her going on trotting around with 2 horses and garlic. And garlic is definitely a very good defensive item, but misdirecting the spot before the wolf form. Since I have Jonathan Harker in play, that shouldn't bother me too much. It is definitely not time for any fancies. You supply. Neither of those are worth keeping. Consecrate ground. Alright, so let's see. I have 2 out of 3 of the heavenly hosts. So, how about you come down to Cologne so that the 3 of you can gather. Van Helsing can heal faster, and it immediately can get better equipped. Okay, pass. Unless I wanted to place Consecrate Ground already, it is far from time to do that. There's nothing Let's actually... I think it's time to flip up the wax cylinders. Unless... Who do I want to initiate trades? Yeah, I think that he's the one I can afford to have him. Okay, he has not hidden. Good information. Suppose I should... And now we trade with Seward. We'll do Seward first. Or, no, we'll go Van Helsing first. Strange though it may be, I'm going to have him receive his... then we'll have him stay back with the Heavenly Host. And the next turn I'll have Van Helsing stay in place so that he can and Stewart and Van Helsing stay in place. Strasbourg. Alright. Chances are he's heading off towards Spain or down to the boot, but I'm not going to act until I know. Since we have only just begun the second week, I have plenty of time. I have a renewed vigor, and I have CG. So therefore, I should continue to work with what tools I've been given. Okay, no. Not. Who do I send to deal with Strasbourg? It would be nice, wouldn't it, if Van Helsing could also have a stake for a vampire there. Yeah, so as a result, we'll actually discard the holy bullets. So now, Van Helsing also daytime surprise. Alright, there's the last Heavenly Host. Mystic Research, nice. And now we shall send Mina to deal with this. I would not be surprised at all if this ends up being a bats. Did he just hide? So now you trade with Seward again. Trade with Seward with items. Give him the horse and the Heavenly Host. Take a stake. And let's say the pistol. Now all that remains is for Seward to meet up with Godalming to receive one of those knives. That way I can make my 3 active hunters all very well armed. Wolves? No big deal. All except 2 damage. So he's in a location 3 away from Geneva. The fact that I have Jonathan Harker makes me not all that worried about this. That will really help. The misdirect was semi-pointless. It could have been one more damaging encounter, which could have subtracted a crucial amount of health from my hunters. The fact that I have now perfect horse economy, barring the fact that Godalming still does not have a horse. With the exception of that, I now have perfect horse economy. So I've discarded 2 stakes. Or, no, is that 2? No, that's only 1. Skip. Skip. Okay. Where is that third horse? There we are. So it is a shame to have to lose a knife, but it's worth it to finally have my horse. Oh, great strength. I have no qualms in discarding a blood transfusion. Alright, let's go horsing about, shall we? So, you go with Geneva. You go with... do I do mystic research now, perhaps? Yes, I think we'll do mystic research now. Discard 5 Dracula events. Okay, so I get 1 safe night supply. Okay, that's not exactly what one hopes for. Oh, goodness gracious, I have to make sure that a host doesn't mature. In addition to all the Dracula events we had already gone through, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, we now have 5 more, one of which is one of the best in the game. Goodness gracious. So we'll go down here, we'll have Seward search it, but but I do want to get in a psychic bond. Who do I want to get the free night supply? I'm not Goldame. He has a full hand, all of which are good events. He needs to search this. And, we'll show the stake this time. Desecrated soil. Alright, very well. In which case you will get the information of my heavenly host. I suppose I'll just have Van Helsing use it here and now. Because I haven't gotten any hired scouts. And some scouts would definitely be useful. Okay. No more of that, thank you. I'm not planning on having him go into action anytime soon. We'll discard the pistol. This does mean that he doesn't have a weapon, but I don't want him to know that local rumors. Okay, so much for that. Alright. He did not go down the boot. That is definitely nice to know. The next priority is to check whether he went east. So he went somewhere, misdirected, it said somewhere, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's Marseille. So unless it's Zurich that he misdirected, he can't be in the east. But since he misdirected it, I had no way of knowing except by going to the east. So I have a full-powered CG in my back pocket, with a great strength to help guard it, and a planned ambush to help guard it. Yes, I like that hand. If I don't find it today, then, well, I always have... Okay. You... Well, I'm guaranteed 2s each. Well, I don't want to move too far into France. Or we'll horse over to Bordeaux. That's a rather likely spot for him to visit. If he went that way. He could have gone up through Nuremberg. That's a rifle. Yeah, I should make sure he has one weapon. Lucy's Revenge. Okay. Let's run quick, since I have a charged carriage. Do a quick scan of Germany, see if he's making his way back up there. Because he could have gone to Marseille. Might as well. Okay, so that is annoying, to be sure. So... Pass. Wax cylinders, might as well. Still hasn't hidden. Go ahead and have him trade with Guaman. Fetch the planned ambush and replace it with Lucy's Revenge. Okay, so Harker is about to do some work for me. Where is it? Vienna. So I simply chose the wrong eastern location to start with. Just as well I went with the in-between going to scan my intention was to scan Germany, but so Goldaming's closer than he would be otherwise. Skip. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can move it all the way there. Had she not been delayed, I might have fetched that stake from Van Helsing. So what is the most efficient way to go about this? Seward does not have any special movement action cards apart from the renewed vigor. We have a lair at Geneva. Marseille is just as quick, so we'll go there. So do I do a day trade to give me another stake? I will very likely need those stakes over here, because we have not seen any fighting vamps apart from the one which I discarded. So he's very likely gonna start doing more or less what I tend to do very soon. I think, well, yeah, that was intended to be that, but whatever. Then, yeah. This does mean that we weaken our horse economy a little bit, but to be able to zoom ahead like this and push more, this puts Drac under more pressure. And I knew that I had that anyway, so... I don't like having to reveal a knife, but it is what it is. Continue to just keep playing this. You trade with Mina, give her the planned ambush, and go ahead and give her the long night so that she has something trash to show. As planned ambush is much better when it's a surprise. Okay, sure. Fine. I don't care. This is chipping away at my time, but I am making good time on his trail. Now that I know the general vicinity of where he is. It's possible that I should have Van Helsing start coming down. I can have him travel, specifically evading the lairs, travel down on foot, possibly, so that I can have him blockade some locations. Okay, using a rumor token. I have no desire for any events. Okay, so now it's possible to slow roll, let's keep in mind. But, however, unlikely. Go to Sajed first. Yep. That's the spot. You'll send Seward to Venice. And then, no, it's kind of silly to stop supplying. Hired scouts. Okay, about time I got someone to give me more information. First off, is he on the? Did he go to Belgrade? And did he go to Constanta? He did not go to Constanta, but he did go to Belgrade. Or if he's going to go to Constanta, he has not yet reached there. Okay. Search. Another aristocratic? Very well. Analysis. I suppose I might as well have him rest. Now, let's try to fetch back that ticket. Oh well. So I can have her move by train to Belgrade tomorrow to make so as not to risk any low rolls with horses. is taking a leaf out of my book and is making a gauntlet of vampires, it would appear. So, how do I do this? Go ahead and train down to Belgrade. Might as well do it that way, because it's possible to slow roll. Now. I suppose I can have him rest. Like cylinders. Go ahead and Royal Picks just rest with Van Helsing. Search. Spy. Okay, so I lose my rifle. A pity. I actually could have afforded to just show him. Potentially. Perhaps I ought to have considered that, especially since I had just spent a ticket, and she doesn't have a white one. It's definitely worth considering, but nonetheless. So it's time to start. So Mina. So how shall I do this? I don't know precisely where he went after Sophia. The fact that he did not go to Constanta as of, I think, here? Seems... and that he hasn't hidden. Okay, now that he's cleared Strasbourg as a lair. Okay, so he's gone to sea. Okay, so I must be cautious in how much I commit to the east. Let's horse to Sophia. Okay, so that's the rumor token spot. Which means that he went either to Sarajevo, which I suppose I can check that was Seward. Or to Bucharest, which is where I will send Mina. So this will be the non-rumor token spot. So now, what I need, okay, that's alright. So, it's either Black Sea Coast, or, it could be any of them in truth. What if I simply let them go? Well, Mina's going to get into a night fight with this thing anyway. We'll rest. The fancy ones pass. And then we'll trade Nina the excellent weather. Well, not yet. Who should I give the excellent weather to, if any of them? This is a little bit... We'll wait on the excellent weather, at least a day or two. Okay, so he's going to shove me into Sophia. The good news is, if this is a new vampire, I can have Gul'damin pitch in. I'd lose my day action, but... Into Klausenberg, huh? That's interesting. What I could really use... What I need to do is identify the C-zone that he left from. Like, if he left from Adriatic, then I am definitely in a pinch. And I'm not sure I can really afford to go chasing after him. To stay here cleaning up these vampires. If he's going to... Okay, well if he did go Adriatic, then... I think I'm going to go for the strat of just let it go. We'll go to Valona. Okay, so he went Valona and then to one of the Ionian ports. So he could be in the Adriatic now. Which is why what I will do is I will withdraw. Go ahead and mature it. I'll let you have it. But But for the price of I have more time to organize what goes on around here. Consecrated ground is definitely tempting to try to spring in, try to catch him in the Adriatic. But chances are he's in the Mediterranean. I've kind of committed to just letting this go. How many Drachmans have been gone? 5, 8, 13, 18. That's number 19? We will pass with Seward, trade with Gul'damin, we'll go ahead and take the Great Strength, give him excellent weather. Then she can, for lack of anything better to do, just rest. If he lands now, I shall definitely have to go back to supplying. good thing that he's already cleared the Vienna lair. Means that Mina can just horse to Vienna and start supplying from there. Ooh, casual landing. That seems to say Cagliari. Do I have Flavor New Vigor now? No, I still have a certain amount of time. I don't want to commit to leaving too soon, is the problem. And you know what? Why bother with the excellent weather when that only takes me as far as the Ionian? Whereas I can get to Venice in 2 actions anyway. In the long haul, that actually saves time, doesn't it? I think that... This is a tough call, because he could now be... I mean, he could be on the Black Sea coast. If he is, however... How should I approach this? Very tough choice. I know that he left from either Salonika or Athens. More likely Athens, to be honest. You should, real quick, try to rule out this. Okay, just to make sure he's not trying something too sneaky. We'll go to Marseille. Have Van Helsing have Van Helsing fill the slot at Munich, and have Mina horse to Vienna. The fact that I don't have money trail is definitely hurting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So there's 8 left. And we know that some of the worst ones are already in the Discord. There is Emmanuel Hildesheim, but he can't really afford to fit the money trail. So we'll have him pass. Seward, on the other hand, he could use something better than a stake. We'll actually risk a night supply. Okay, no. Surprise and return. That'd be nice if we had an ally in the discard. Only when we draw on his Harker. We'll take that in place of the stake. Oh, and there's the vampire lair that I was holding for. Whoops. Crucifix and hypnosis. Perfect. Perfect. Mature it if you like. So it ends up that he's in Italia. Yeah, I had made sure to be careful not to commit too much to anything. And I was lucky that I was a new vampire. Oh? More sea. That, it would, with that being a casual landing, and the sea before still being on, that can only mean CAG. Okay, so now we don't need that, do we? You kind of gave yourself away there. So now he's on his way to the Mediterranean Sea. So let's... Ooh, slowly. Who has a stake? Stuart does. Mia does not. So, I will... And I could have him draw one. So if this ends up being a reckless vampire, I will not be able to afford to let it go. But if it's another new vampire, you know what? I think it's time to use this for deduction. It is a reckless. Had that been the other new vampire, I would have been able to afford to just let that one go as well. Trade with Seward, give him the vampire there, and that will do. So you don't need to take anything. Have her rest. Yeah, when Gul'damin first lands here, I may be able, if he just wolf forms ashore now, I may be able to use CG to force him onto my hunters on the mainland. I have it at full power, so I don't want Sword to play the Vampire Lair just yet. Well, actually, here's the thing. If I play Vampire Lair, I can just let this thing go. Can't I? So, perhaps I should. Because I only need to win the game. We'll wait for him to land before we do it, though. Alright, there's the wolf form. Wolf form from Med is always difficult to find. I could end up surprising him if he went to Genoa. Terminus is still on the trail. So if he went to Genoa, I think tomorrow night is when we play the is when we play the tomorrow night is when we play the CG. I have not only a Lucy's Revenge, but a great strength to back up that allow me not dying. Yes, it's time for renewed vigor. I need to gather as much information as I can as to where he is. First, we land at Dracula. Let's try to find a scouts. Then we'll also play the vampire lair. Or so now one of the worst things left is this. It's not there. How many left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We'll have our carriage to Geneva, then horse to Marseille. Okay, so he's in Spain. Okay. We will begin with Cadiz. So that's where he is. With Mediterranean still on the coast. And with him having just war formed, he is in quite a pickle. He has 3 potential moves. None of which get him on a port. Let's not take any. Let's actually. Oh, we trade with Seward. Have Van Helsing get at that sense of emergency. And she really has nothing to do, so I'll have a ticket. Skip, because that can be used to guarantee get her to Saragossa, which is one of his potential locations. What did he lay down here, by the way? An unnatural fog? There is another fog to be accounted for. That is right. Since I put the permanent one at Cadiz, yeah, even if this thing matures, I should be okay. My hunters are all in very close proximity. What I cannot afford to do is bumble into a fight. Is bumble in and have multiple hunters fogged. That is his one out. Because I do not have any fort warns. Skip. Alright. So, first things first. You check Saragossa. Did you go there? I seriously doubt it, but one checks these things. So, he couldn't hide. So you I want to flip up wherever he is in case he has let's go to Santander. That's the nearest port to the South Atlantic. I don't want to go jumping into any fogs here. Let's get closer. You go ahead and go by train. I don't have the second renewed vigor, but so he's almost certainly gonna hide or feed next. I personally hope it's a feed. What we have to do is force him to come to me. We can't take any silly risks about that. Pass. And try to get that last white one. Yeah, I still have 2 more days of. I still have 2 more days before he can. So the first thing I do. So today, what I do. Okay, so he likely hid, more likely than not. Because I can't take too much time either. Let's send him to Granada. So he's hiding at Alicante. So the correct thing to do, strange though it may seem, is to actually, since that vampire may mature soon, is actually go to Madrid, or no, well, yeah, sure, no big deal. And she discards the Dracula. I must focus carefully. So he's delayed by night is the key. So I cleared that out and got rid of it for good without having to do anything. It's truly spectacular. Pass. Let's try to find that white one again. But then again, here in Spain, the problem is he can go back out to the Adriatic Sea, and I can't. So I have to pounce tonight, don't I? fog. So, I've already used Vampire Lair. Okay, so... let's make sure that he can't wolf on to Barcelona. Here's the other renewed vigor. That's really all the good stuff I'm going to get. So now, if he's thinking clearly, he'll see. In fact, that means that it's game today. Is he going to lair it? Because if he does, that's a severe mistake. Alright. GG well played. GG well played. Yeah. Yeah, I was a little too ambitious. I needed to clear that vampire. I had enough time due to cornering him down here that I could have gone and dealt with it. So this means we'll have a tiebreaker match, and it will be his choice what. And since he has gotten a pretty good IDS score, a better one than I did, it'll be his choice which side to play. Yeah, I thought I would have at least one more day. I got the trail timing wrong, and since I didn't have forewarned to mitigate the fog, I couldn't jump on him 4v1. Sigh. Well, I must learn from this mistake. Yeah. Well, I'll play Terminus. You get pick a side for the next game. For the final match. You get pick a side for the final match. Well, thank you everyone for watching.